Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see about the file system. So we have seen it as an components of operating system all about the process management and memory management. Now this is the file, which is the storage management. Okay, so here when we have talk about the storage management, we have both file and the directory system. First in this video we will see about the file system. So in the file system, these are the topics we are going to see. What is the basics of the file concept and what are the access methods of the file and how they are organized in a disk on the access directory and how the file system can be mounted. Mounting the system means actually mounting the file in the sense actually we are mounting the group of files into a directory. That is called as a mounting. Fixing a group of files into a directory is called as a mounting, and then file sharing, how the files can be shared among various applications or among various devices, and then protection. Protection is all about how the file can be protected by unauthorized access or giving some password access and all those protection concepts. Okay, now a file system, it is a contiguous logical address space. Logically, when we say a file is a collection of data and it is organized in a continuous storage space. And now what are the types of file available is, it may be a data, and the data may be a numeric data, character data, or a binary data. So numeric in the sense we have all the numbers, and when we have the characters, we are all about our alphabets and all the special characters and everything. And then binary is all about the byte files. Okay, and then the programs may be all about the higher level language programs, what we type. That is also one type of data we are storing in the program. So normally we have data and the program to access the data and to process. So everything is kept as a file. Okay, so we have text file, we have source file, we have executable file, object file, exe files, DLL files. So many files are available, and they are all they're defined by the files creator. When you define the file, when you say save as text file, word file, JPEG, otherwise, so we can, and again the system also has some conversion from one file type to the other file type. Okay, so now next is the file structure. It is actually a sequence of words or bytes. Okay, so we know that whatever the content we store in a file, everything is stored in a machine language, zeros and ones. So it is a group of bytes. So it now simple record structure, and we know that the file is a collection of record and record is a collection of fields. So here when you say line by line, it is all about one record by record, and there also we can have fixed length and the variable length, and sometimes the whole file may have the fixed fields and sometimes they may be variable fields. So, and again the length of the data also may vary based upon the data we have stored inside the file. Okay, and then based upon this complex structure, the structure of this file may be an formatted document or an relocatable load file. When it is all about this user file and application files, it all is a formatted document as the user save the file. But when it is relocatable load file, in the sense that the system when it makes some files in between when the process is done, they are all the relocatable load files. Okay, and then it can simulate last to two with first method by inserting the appropriate control characters, in the sense that these files can be made as a the file can have this end of file, start of file. We can insert some control characters in order to make them some complex structure or make some structure for the files. Okay, and then how it is decided, the operating system decides the nature of the file. Okay, otherwise even the user, when they are writing the program, so they decide how the file should be, the format should be, when they define the data structure, these are all the fields, these are all the field types, this is the length. So the user also can define the size of the structure of the file, and also the operating system also can define the structure of the file. Okay, and then coming to the attributes, as a file we should have a name. It's an identifier. Okay, and then is the type of the file. What are the type of the files? We have all this text file, word file, Excel files, JPEG file, audio files, video files, and so on. And then location. What is the location? Location is nothing but where the file pointer starts to save the particular data, that may be an audio or a video or any other information. What is the starting base address of the data, that is the location, and then size. What is the current file size? A file may be of size KB or MB or whatever GB. So the file size is one of the attributes. And then protection, whether the file can be read, only written, or they can be executed. There are attributes. They are the authorization attributes, whether the file can be reading is a common thing when everyone can read the file, but writing changes the file. Executing also, all cannot execute the file. So there are some rights given to the as a protection, whether someone can read the file, whether the group of people can read the file, or the single user can read the file. They are all the protection control attributes. And then time, date, and user identification. When the data is created, what is the time it has been created, so that helps from which user, which ID it is created. That all helps for the protection the data as well as the security. It concerns with the security and the usage monitoring. How long the user, when the user logged in, what file he has created, when he has logged out, to why he has created the file, what is the information he is. So everything can all be given monitored by this time, date, and the user identification. Okay, so now here, when the files are kept in the directory structure, they are all kept on the disk. Okay, we have a disk inside the memory. There's the disk is one of the memory control where we can save the file as a directory. And then there are many variations, including extended the file attributes such as checksum. Actually, what is the checksum is, this actually help in the just validity of the file. So okay, there's a checksum that helps to find out the validity is one of the security concern. And then all the information can be kept in the file as a directory structure. These are all the attributes of a file. A file can have a name and identifier, and this is actually, this name is only for the human readable format, where I can give some name as my program.1.c, my program2.c, and that way. And identifier is system creates a unique tag for the file within the file system. Okay, so when you give the name, system creates some other name as a unique tag for the file system. So that is the identifier. And the type of the file, location, size, protection, and the identification attributes. Okay, and then what are the access methods? A file can be accessed either in the sequential access or the direct access. What is sequential access is? It is like a tape system, where the system starts from the starting of the program, it goes next to the next and next, and finally it goes till the end of the program. That means we cannot have a direct access. That means everything is sequential access, means it should start from the beginning and just go to the end, just reading next, writing next, reset, read next, write next, and reset. So no read after last write. So that is the no rewrite, that is no read after last write. That is the option of this sequential access. Okay, it's similar to the tape, where we have the magnetic tape to that when we hear any recorded messages or voice or audio or songs like that. Okay, and what is direct access is file is of fixed length logical records. That means we can locate any particular record and then we can start reading it. That is called as an direct access. So in order to do this, we should have a position to locate. Suppose I wanted to read the second data, fourth data, 11th data, so I can have the pointers in order to mention which data I want to access. That is called as a direct access method. So here how the process goes: read n, write n. So that means this n refers to what is the position of the file you want to read and what is the position you want to write. That is the n. But in the case of sequential access, that is not available. We start from the beginning, read next, write next, and go on. This cycle goes on and on, but this is not this is often like again position to n, and then we can go to read and write. Then we can again go to next position and we can read and write. That is called as direct access files. Okay, so n is called as the relative block number. Actually, what is a block is every file is stored as a block of information, because we need some separation between the data. We cannot just have the data just like a stream continuously. There should be a block in order to maintain some block, there's some size of the block. Okay, then relative block numbers allows OS to decide where the file should be placed. Okay, and so that is all about the access methods. So the file, based upon the access method, the file can be organized. The access method also deals about the organization, how the file is organized, whether it is organized in a sequential manner or random manner. So that's all about the file attributes and file system. And thanks for watching.